All right. Welcome to, what's the name of this thing we do?
Running totally free.
Running totally free.
I like it because my husband always puts his arm around me for the show, so it's really nice.
I feel like we're kind of dark today.
We are very dark,
sure
but I think
why
it's just the way
Why the sun sit in our house
right
now or something?
now. Yeah.
Anyway,
Take your hat off,
Yeah,
or
I
put
get
it up a little. You got hat hair.
maybe that was contributing
Now you're
to
going homeboy.
that was contributing to
That was contributing to it.
the shade, I think. I feel
Yeah.
like that was blocking our light. But I don't want to
The gigantic bill on the top of your hat.
I don't want to expose
to
you
your
to
hat.
the sweat head because I just got back from running through the woods.
Yes. And I was running too. Is on Periscope you saw, if anybody
You ran
saw.
on Periscope. That's exciting.
Yeah, I just did a short thing, but
Alrighty,
anyway.
so we're live. If there was someone wanting to watch live, they could right now.
They could
But
right now.
This will obviously be a recorded broadcast for all the people that see us because it clearly says that we have 0 viewers right here. So
Yes.
Periscope seems like a lot better live forum. There's a lot of people watching live. We're on this Google thing, not so much
yeah.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
For
it's a short broadcast today.
Yep. We'll keep it short and sweet, people.
Yeah. We went to class last night.
Yeah.
Did we did a broadcast before class, right? Or did a video?
We did one beforehand.
But
yes.
not afterwards.
Not afterward.
Okay. So do you remember what class was yesterday?
I don't know what the name of it was. It was about
cash-
the
it was
budgeting,
cash
cash
flow.
flow budgeting. So
Cash
it was a
flow
more
Sunday.
extensive budgeting.
Yeah.
A lot more to fill out.
The first budget we did was a quick budget. This one was a more intricate budget. And look, it just got bright again.
I know. I don't know what
it's
it
like
is.
The sun.
Something's happening.
Something's happening. And we need better lighting. We need a light director for this program.
Yeah. Change where we sit.
So
something.
anyway, we went over. It was much more detailed
Right.
with how we're gonna deal with our budget,
Mhm.
and talked about allocating weekly. So in our first budget we did, that wasn't really what I hadn't thought about, the fact that the first 2 weeks of the pay period we have to pay the mortgage. So I was just splitting everything equally, so that it didn't really work. So I sat up last night and went through the budget and reallocated a lot of stuff.
Right. And that really did, it was all based on how you get your paycheck as well. So the person who only gets paid monthly had a different type of form to fill out versus those who get paid twice a month or work on just a commission basis.
Yeah, monthly was I wish it was monthly would be great if it was just
really
first day of the
so much
month. That would make
easier.
it a lot
At least I
easier.
think so.
So I stayed up last night, reallocated, and I kind of skipped ahead a little bit here and started paying down our debt
That
snowball.
snowball.
So I snowballed. I was snowballing.
Awesome. Snowballing all
snowballing
night.
last night. So I stayed up pretty
Yeah.
late,
Uh-huh.
and then we did some more snowballing this morning. Heather called and snowballed hospital, a doctor, two doctor bills.
Three
doctor
No,
bills.
3. Yeah.
3 doctor
Two
bills.
to the OB-GYN, 1 to Tri-County Pediatrics, which had something else to do with Gabe and his birth.
So here is our debt snowball, what we've done so far. So as you can see, it starts up here, which is the smallest, and then it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger until we get all the way down to Citibank here, which says I'm reading upside down. I think it says $13,850. So everything that's highlighted, we've paid so far.
Yeah.
So unbelievably, I mean, we still owe a lot of people.
Yeah. We still owe a lot of money,
But
but
it's
a lot's been paid off.
It's pretty amazing to think that we went from this many debtors
Yeah.
to 3. So in our debt snowball, the next person on the list here is Heather's parents.
And explain this one up here.
Which one? Oh, the one that's not highlighted?
Yeah.
So we got an estimate to fix the refrigerator on our rental home.
Right.
for $354, but the part is not going to be in for a couple weeks.
Right.
So I slid the $354 into our savings account, so it's allocated. And as soon as that bill hits, then
He'll highlight it.
Then I'll highlight it. Yeah, we'll move it into the checking account.
Yeah.
Pay through online bill pay, and then that one is highlighted.
So even though it's not highlighted, we kind of consider it highlighted.
We have the money
It's
there.
over
We're
there.
just waiting for them to get the part and then to bill us. So as I was saying, we're down to 3. We're down to Heather's parents who lent us money towards this mortgage, the Discover card, and then Citibank, which you would think I would have that totaled up so I could tell you exactly what that is. It's horrible. I don't know. It's somewhere around 27 something, which is, considering we were at 35 last week,
Yeah.
we're heading in the right direction. And, you know, we were following Dave's plan.
Yes. Good stuff.
And then today, we have all these fancy plastic envelopes.
Which, by the way, you can buy. They're 2 for $1. Turn it the other way. 2 for $1 at the Dollar Tree, but you might have to go to a couple Dollar Trees to find them. But they come in different colors, and they're just much more durable. So I figured it was a worthy investment so that they'll last us through the years. So you want to explain what we did?
So there's money that gets allocated to the envelopes. So in the first week of my paycheck, $410 goes into envelopes. And then in my second, I get paid every 2 weeks. My second check that comes in, $788 gets allocated to various envelopes, just because there's different bills, different times of the month. That's kind of how we had to do it, to make it all equal out.
Because
and
there are
everybody
some
get paid.
things that are direct, they're electronically paid, but then there's other things that are just into envelopes.
So as an example, clothing, and I'm trying to read here, clothing in week number 2, $25 goes in here for the kids, $25 goes in here for us, towards clothing expenses.
And that one
come up.
only gets paid week 2. So
Right.
that's as much as that one's going to get for that month. Whereas you may have something like
But
this
then
one.
Oil repairs in week number 1, or excuse me, oil/repairs gets $25 in week number 1 and $15 in week number 2. We ran out of envelopes, so I had to put something else. I think it was card registration is in the same envelope. There's another index card back there. But you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just divide it in half? And in order to make each week balance with the bills that are due, you've got to divide it accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And, let me go get the book real quick so I can show it.
Okay. So he's going to show you what the budget worksheet was that we worked with, being that we get paid twice a month.
So in the back of the financial piece, university workbook, there's this allocated spending plan. So, for housing in week number 1, I've got to pay this mortgage payment. In week number 2, I'm paying association dues, putting away $108 a month to be able to pay association dues on our 2 homes. And then we put $10 a month away for lawn care, which isn't a lot, but that pays for some chemicals. Anyway, that's the workbook.
Yeah, and what was helpful on there is they even draw a little envelope on some of the areas where they suggest you use an envelope, which was helpful to us. And I'm a very visual person, so I asked Michael that we put a lot more categories in envelopes, because that just helps me keep it all together in my head.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I heard Dave Ramsey say to someone on the radio once was, if it was a financial burden for you to have to pay your mortgage and your electric bill and your water bill and your gas bill all on that first week, or that half of the month, you can call them and ask them if you can pay them in the middle of the month, because it would be a financial hardship otherwise.
Yeah.
And he said they're always really flexible. So they'll just adjust it for that particular month. It might be just a little bit higher, but then it'll work according to your schedule. So never be afraid to talk to the people you owe money to and see if they'll work with you, because most likely they will, because they want to be paid.
The second thing they had you do was do everything in pencil,
Yes.
because I erased that thing 3 or 4 times.
And on paper.
And on
They didn't
paper,
want you to do
yeah.
it on the
Well,
computer for
there's
the first couple times.
For the quick budget, we have it on the computer, and a lot of that same information is on the computer. But I think writing it down on paper was a good plan, especially I think it worked well for Heather to be able to see.
Yes.
And then having cash in the envelope, so you're feeling the pain of parting with that.
He said a
that
whole
money.
lot about that in the video
Yeah.
this week. He really wanted to really get that across, that he wants you to feel the pain. There's too little of that in our culture today.
Mr. Noah and I are
They're
heading
going
to a
on a
movie.
date, and
We
Abby
are.
and I are having a date night tonight, so we need to get going. But thanks for listening, and you're just continue to follow us. We'll try to explain more things as we go, and just please leave any comments if you have questions.
Thumbs up,
Or thumbs down.
thumbs down,
And please subscribe,
comment, subscribe,
because that lets us know that
Share.
we're sharing the right stuff.
share our videos with your
Yeah.
friends or with your enemies, for that matter. People you don't like. Actually, people you really don't like, I would definitely share our video on their homepage.
Don't you think?
All right. Have a great evening.